it back.
It all started a year ago today.
These are stinging nettles.
Julius had a seizure and he carried on having seizures. It was a really, really scary experience for us. I had no idea what was happening to him, so we just raced to A&E department and they said, we're going to refer you to the local epilepsy team.
I first met Claire, Julius and Brad when they brought Julius to our emergency department. It was quite clear to me that these seizures were epileptic seizures. So we do a brain scan. This is brain but with cerebral spinal fluid inside. It was when we did the brain scan of Julius that we found that he did have a tumour. So you can see it just emerging here.
Okay.
We did a number of investigations to try and understand why Julius was having seizures, and using MRI scans we identified that he has a low-grade brain tumour at the back of his brain, and using modern techniques we hope that we can safely remove that tumour, and we plan to carry that out in the next few months.
It's not a malignant brain tumour, it's a suspected slow-growing brain tumour, but the news has just turned our world upside down, hasn't it? Yeah.
Neurosurgery theatre in here. For anyone, having a serious illness is a very stressful event, but if it's for your children, it's a whole different magnitude. Not only affecting that child's quality of life, but it's actually very disruptive for the whole family. It has a huge effect on the mum and the dad and also on other siblings.
In a way, Julius's tumour is affecting all of us, as well as all the worry with the seizures. It affects his behaviour. And I know we're not alone, and there's other families that are also going through similar situations to us.
Sadly, what Brad, Julius and Claire are going through is not unique to them. All across the country, there are children like Julius who are waiting for surgeries. So I think one of the most difficult moments in the journey for families is the waiting. A week can feel like a really long time, a month feels like a lifetime when you're waiting to speak to somebody about what's going on. And that's just such a difficult time for parents to go through.
In the run-up to surgery, you're just waiting, you don't really know what's going on, and you feel like you're just flailing around in the dark and there's just no one there to help you. And it's the most desperate, lonely feeling. It's been an absolute nightmare.
On top of the nightmare we've experienced with our son's health, last December I had a near fatal health scare where I was given 2 hours to live.
Brad had an infection on the left side of his jaw which was causing him to struggle to breathe and talk. He was deteriorating. We were lucky in that we got him into theatre quickly and were able to do the right operation. He had fantastic care from our intensive care team, and thankfully he pulled through with no side effects.
And the NHS saved my life. I think the NHS has given me the gift of life. And although you associate gifts as being free, I can't accept that, and it's time for me to give back. Through the journey we've been through, although we don't need support ourselves, what we'd like to do is support other families. So parents in similar situations to ourselves don't have to go through this alone.
We need more resources to be able to support those children, to live as normal life as possible with those challenges.
So how long have you got?
And also to be able to provide emotional support to parents and siblings that are also going on that journey with the child.
What we'd really like to provide for people in the same situation as us is support, basically, for, if their children are diagnosed with rare conditions that there's not a lot of information on and people don't know where to turn. So we would like emotional support, psychological support, somebody they can just speak to about the specific thing that's wrong with their child. And you're thinking, well, what is it? I can't even see it.
Our aim with the Trust is to partner with the NHS to provide the extra support some patients need outside the hospital care. We hope to link with NHS trusts across Great Britain
The most important thing by far is the moments that happen in between the appointments, before and after the surgery. It's living your life on a day-to-day basis, and that's where extra resources could make such an impact on the quality of life for families.
The amazing news is our first partnership is going to be with Cambridge University Hospital. They're building a brand new hospital called Cambridge Children's Hospital, which for the first time in the NHS will treat children's mental and physical health together under one roof, as well as providing new facilities and support for families. So it was the perfect project for us to be involved in.
The Jones family getting in touch with the Cambridge Children's Hospital team couldn't be more relevant, really, to our ambition to completely pull physical and mental health together. And we're so delighted that they're working closely with us on our concepts.
We're so excited to be part of the pioneering new hospital, but we know how much this support is needed right now. So, while the plans are underway for the new hospital, we're providing holistic care services for the existing hospital, Addenbrooke's.
The first project we're going to be working on with the Julius Jones Trust is to provide support for those children and families who suddenly have an unwell child who may be in hospital for many months. Tackling the worry, the anxiety, the lack of knowledge can really help.
And I think where Julius Jones comes in is it allows many more families to access psychology, play therapy, family support workers. You know, those aren't things that the NHS typically funds.
Yeah. So we're only starting with one hospital, but what we learn and achieve at Addenbrooke's will provide us information on how we roll this out for the rest of the NHS. So for everyone, thank you.
Our hope is that the Trust can help connect patients to others who've been through it before.
Who we got here? Hello?
Julia.
Today I'm meeting Johnson B. Harry, a British soldier who suffered severe brain damage, saving his colleagues' lives in Iraq in 2004. Thanks to world-class NHS brain surgeons, Johnson survived.
So this one is a Victoria Cross.
Johnson's bravery earned him the Victoria Cross, the highest honour in the forces, and thanks to his amazing recovery, he's one of only 4 living soldiers wearing the medal and represents the British Army around the world.
Hey Brad.
Hello, nice to see you.
Today I'm humbled that he's meeting me to help me understand the recovery process for Julius.
You have to weigh up the options.
Yeah.
I'm proud to say that not only is Johnson going to be on hand to talk to other families about brain surgery, we're very honoured that he's agreed to be an ambassador of the Julius Jones Trust.
But this is amazing. I'm here today to support Brad and Claire on an amazing journey. Having an operation, a brain operation, is the easy part. Getting the individual back to where they're meant to be and the support they need around that, not only medical, as a family, is a really, really high mountain to climb.
Wow.
Most people have to climb that mountain alone. But Brad and Claire set up the trust to open a pathway to help people like them. Have you been to Superhero Hospital? Yeah? And to get our amazing little boy back to where he should be.
We know that when we treat a child, we don't just treat the child in isolation, we treat the whole family. And therefore, if parents are finding a diagnosis really difficult, it's so important that we are able to emotionally support those parents so that they can then support the child through that journey.
Do you want it? I would like it.
For me as a surgeon, I see lots of people going through our treatment programs, and to be able to give their child the best recovery, the family also need to be in the right place to do that. So if they are feeling calm and able to support their child's going to have a far better recovery and be able to get over this event and hopefully go back to living as full a life as they possibly can.
The NHS know that this support is needed, but quite rightly they're spending all their funds on treatment and saving lives. So we are going to raise the money to help support the areas that are needed.
We know this sort of support does not come cheap, so we've come up with a great fundraising solution called Win Amazing.
Win Amazing is a national prize draw where participants could win life-changing prizes like mortgage-free homes and many more amazing prizes that will change winners' lives for the better forever. Unlike other organisations, Win Amazing will be donating all of the money raised to the Julius Jones Trust in support of the NHS.
We're very excited to say that we've crunched the numbers and we're proud to say that we can raise in the region of tens of millions of pounds.
We really hope the money that we raise can help support the NHS to give the families the wraparound care they need.
Connecting with Princess Alexandra Hospital is my way of giving back for everything they have done for our family. They've been a lifeline for Julius and I literally wouldn't be here without them. And today I'm going back to meet the surgeon who operated on me for the first time.
What do I say to the person who saved my life? You know?
I wanted to find out how the Julius Jones Trust can help his department, because without it I literally wouldn't be here today.
Yeah.
Come through, brother, come through.
Thank you.
Last time you were here, you weren't very well.
No, I've kept something in my briefcase the whole time since that is
That's your wristband.
Yeah, and I can't throw it away because it's just a reminder that you saved my life. And
oh mate,
yeah,
it's all right.
And I just want to do everything I can to give back to the NHS because, you know, I know what you've done is a gift for me, but I want to repay back to the NHS.
That's incredibly kind of you.
So, yeah, I can't throw it away.
This is what we do. This is where we come to work.
I know, but it's incredible how every day you wake up not knowing what's going to happen, and you just take it in your stride. And the NHS needs support, and I want to do everything I can to help.
I'd like to say thank you for what you're doing.
Thank you.
And thank you for what you're doing for Julius.
Yeah.
And what you're doing for the hospitals that you're supporting.
And thank you for allowing me to be here.
You're very welcome. It's what you pay me for. It's really heartwarming to see, because often we treat patients and they say thank you and that's it. But then for somebody to say, no, I'm going to give something back, I'm going to put something in return for what you did for me and for my family, that's fantastic.
Only here because of the NHS. And the Julius Jones Trust is here to help support other families like us. We really hope that together we can make a real difference for patients across the UK.
Martin, thanks! Ciao, bye.
What they are doing, setting up the trust to support others in similar position. And the wider NHS, words cannot describe it.
The scope that Brad has, the breadth of vision that he has around this project is amazing. He has this vision of adding to the medical services that are provided and really bringing additional support to families going through these types of life events.
I'd never imagined that that would be possible.
It's always really hard to do something completely new, and I think having the Julius Jones Trust have the energy and the fearlessness, in a way,
Very emotional, we'll try not to cry.
of tackling an enormous, almost impenetrable system that is the National Health Service has just been inspirational. And I think the Julius Jones Trust contribution to holistic care is going to be tremendous.
Brad, I'd like to thank you for all the work you're doing raising money for this hospital. Thank you very much.
Oh, of course, it's my pleasure. I'm so pleased to be able to do it.
It was purely by chance that Brad came into my clinic that day, but as a result of meeting Brad and obviously helping him, there's a chance that Brad could help us at the hospital going forwards. Very excited, very happy.
I think what Brad and Claire are doing is remarkable. To be able to start a charity from fresh with these enormous plans that are going to affect so many families in such a great way, and doing that whilst they are actively going through the trauma, they're putting it to good use, and I think it's amazing. I think it's going to change a lot of people's lives.
Are we sneaky, boys? Are we cheeky? Don't tell her cheeky. Oh, wait.
Bye.